Morning, you can see me. Bueller. Thank you. Back in a minute.
Risk disclosure statement. There is a risk of loss in trading stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, derivatives, options, forex, and cryptocurrencies. This risk can be substantial, and therefore investors should carefully consider their financial capability prior to trading. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. The software, strategies, chat rooms, websites, and any affiliated websites of digital venues for educational purposes only should not be construed as express or implied promise or guarantee that you will profit analysis any limited in any manner whatsoever. Users of the information accept sole responsibility for the outcomes of their deployment to both trader, LLC, and any associated companies, agents, management, owners, and customers regardless without reservation. Please trade responsibly. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, Rule 4.41, hypothetical and simulated trading performance results have certain inherent limitations, some of which are described herein. No representation is being made with any accountable is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. In fact, there are frequently sharp differences between hypothetical or simulated performance results and the actual results subsequently achieved by any particular trading program. One of the limitations of hypothetical performance results is that they are generally prepared with the benefit of hindsight. In addition, hypothetical trading does not involve financial risk, and no hypothetical trading requires completely account for the impact of financial risk in actual trading. For example, the ability to withstand losses or adhere to a particular trading program and spot trading losses are material points which can also adversely affect actual trading results. Because these trades have not actually been executed, the hypothetical results stand or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. There are numerous other factors related to markets in general or to the implementation of any specific trading program which cannot be fully accounted for in simulated trading or in preparation of hypothetical performance results at all, of which can adversely affect actual trading results.
This trading room and this webinars are not intended to mirror my trades or to give specific trade recommendations. Analysis of I share trades, potential trades, and I take myself based on my personal analysis. The goal of this room is to teach trades and identify specific trades, trading mentions results, ultimately decision insurers. Trading is extremely risky if you decide to follow my personal trades, you use your own risk and potentially lose your entire company anymore. And I was profitable when I put $15 on my trading accounts. The spreadsheet that access to my personal spreadsheet that I use at its own value in ATR values and I'll be ways and prices for my trades. You can see when I had its own spreadsheet as well as prices that trades whether you do long or short. You have the ability to copy the spreadsheet and your own values and use money to get from its own prices to their own spreadsheet yourself. The spreadsheet is not telling you which direction trades and has different prices and stop prices for both long and short positions depending on which way you personally decide to trade.
Just had a order fire off. Forgot to cancel, surprisingly. Hold on 1 second here. All right, so June runner was correct. I put this trade on. I didn't see this. That's disqualified right off the bat. I put shorts on off of this stop run right after the number, but it did disqualify. So there's no shorts supposed to be taken or longs because it disqualified both ways. That's the ATR line. That's how we judge these volume events. If the market can get an ATR above or below, that signals whether it's a bullish or bearish event. Again, it's from watching 4 million of these things over the last 7 years. That's how I determined that. So anyway, I did put on BARC Licks and red rum, and then he put that in, and I was able to scratch it. Thank you, June Runner, because this actually looks like. So I was long overnight, and it was a huge winner. And for some reason, I blanked when I got out, got back in, and then I should have put my order at least get out of some up here. I mean, he just doesn't, you don't get any better than that. Anyway, tagged the red lug off of it, came out, stopped me out. So I basically scratched the trade because I got out of some yesterday. I forgot where it was last night, but I don't know what I was thinking. I should have put some up here at the red lug because I wanted to hold that because I said this market looked very bullish. So it's still hanging in there. Got balance. Balance. So this breaks up through here. You see it tried already once, failed. Next one I think is going to be it, and this would be a breaking bad current balance breakout through the high volume node of prior balance. It could be a breaking away depending on the relative volume. That's 200% or more, and then a failed. Well, I mean, you could do a failed balance breakdown of that, but there's been more stuff since then. So I would basically just do a breaking. I'd look for a breaking away, and I do definitely a breaking bad. And then you want to watch, I mean, this sucker, this could be a huge move today. So that's why I was stayed long overnight. I was hoping that would happen overnight, but they shot it back down. It actually bounced out of this zone. You just can't see it because it's a regular trading hours chart, but still looks very bullish. And you can see it keeps bouncing off of this zone. There's just no bullish event to take out Izzy yet. So anyway, I put on those shorts. It was erroneous. Crude. So this is not technically an A plus, right? You don't want to see, I don't want to see the market move an ATR out of that zone. Once it moves an ATR out of the zone, I don't consider it like an area where traders are trapped and play for that. So be careful. So literally the program, the trading firm program does not take this trade. If this moves an ATR out of here and then it moves lower and you get another event, it doesn't take that trade because it's already proven that this is proven to move out of this zone. So you don't want to, you're basically using the ATR to show, to tell you, hey, there's, you know, this is able to push out and these guys are, you know, probably puking out, so on and so forth. I would not, what's meant to be the A plus is when you get an event, market moves away, you get another event, and then it comes back to that event. But I don't want to see that already tag the ATR outside of there. So maybe it wasn't clear on that, but I didn't take that one. So just make sure, just to be safe, just make sure the market does not move an ATR out of the zone and then form another event and come back to it, because that is basically done, right? It got an ATR above, it got an ATR below. You just got to assume that these traders that are in here are puking when it gets to that point, right? So I don't use that as a prior event. I'm talking about the reversion trade for you newer traders. You shouldn't even be taking that yet until you know what you're doing. But I would not have taken that one. And hopefully the trading firm did not take it either. I haven't had a chance to look. Anyway, this may have been a trade I just missed today to run out of my office. I mean, this could have been an Izzy long. Market moved out, came back in. Dumb and Dumber stop run. I could be long off of this event. You know, obviously this market is hanging on by dear life. I've added a bunch of new zones going back years. Can't really see them on these after this. So these zones below here, this one were like from, or these two. This one was a very important zone. I'll show you here quickly. This just sucks. So I got to do this to go back to show you, but I had to do this to go back to find the back 5 years. So this is this really thick zone. I don't do this up very often, but this was the end of this move. And this is what led to this whopper, right? So that's not too far away. Anyway, you can see on this chart, right? This is the ultimate breaking bad, or about to be. Balance. Through that balance, you can see it's just hanging by a thread here. So you're going to get potentially a breaking way. I think I took these yesterday. I can't remember. But you can have a breaking bad. Watch for double volume as this thing breaks away. This is a huge, this is a much bigger look. Obviously, this is a daily chart, but that is a whopper. And the rule of thumb is when it breaks out of balance, you expect the height of that balance eventually. So that is you know, it's like a $12 zone. So anyway, very important area that this market's in right now. So you could take bigger picture breaking away, bigger picture breaking bad, current balance break down through the prior high volume node. Anyway, these are where these zones are, and then you get down here and I made these zones blue, but you can't even see them just because they're so long ago, but really important area for crude. We do have the crude number today, so it might just do a lot of jukes until that comes out. So you can see it on this. This is, you know, important area. So it bounced. I could have, and it moved out, moved back in. I could have taken it, but you can see where it's struggling. We talk about this. This is going to be the next playbook. I just haven't got around to doing it. When you see high directional conviction, extreme directional conviction bars, heavy volume, so many times the market comes halfway back and then gets killed. So, you know, there's not that now with the, there's no event that's bearish right here, but that is going to be the trade. Anyway, could have gone long here, Izzy. I just missed it. So hopefully you caught it. I'm not really thrilled about being long, but I let the Izzy's or the volume events in my areas tell me, like, I was ready to fire double size longs in natural gas. I put this in here and this turned out to be a bearish event. So I'm actually short PIC and IZZY off of this event. So this is the beauty. If I'm staring at this bar chart, I'm long and I just got my ass handed to me, right? Like this it still can happen. I mean, I don't like this trade. I don't trade by what I feel. I trade by what I see. This market, we talked about this every day, basically. All that sell ice, the most I've ever seen. Market moved away, came back, failed, came back, failed, came back, failed. Gaps up through there today. Like this market looks like it's going to rip off the page. If I start getting bullish events, I'm trading double size, but I got a bearish event. This is an IZZY and a PIC. I took the short. So it feels terrible. Doesn't matter what it feels like. These are my areas I put the trade on. There's your PIC. All right, let's go over to equities here. So I'm short NG, PIC, and IZZY. And if that loses, then there's going to be bullish events, and I'm trading double size longs. All right, gold. I didn't do anything with this Solace event. I can actually go short here right now. I hate trading before the open. This is an IZZY. I would probably, this has been sitting in here, right? This looks like it's already tried to break out here. But this is variation number 2, where the market's sitting in balance. I will take an IZZY, but I need to see ATR retest confirm. That's right here. Everything's in your trading strategies. Inflection zone. Take fade trades with movement and prior inflection zones. This is variation number 2. This also applies to a situation the market is accepting in the zone, building balance. This is building balance in that zone since yesterday. So I'll take an IZZY short here, but I need to see the ATR, which it did. Now a retest confirm, and I'll take the IZZY short. Algo guy is currently bullish. So if I got an event here, I could potentially take a red run off of Algo guy. You can see all this liquidity up here. So again, that does not deter me from taking shorts. Man of Shizzle and Lance, they won't take shorts if they see all this resting liquidity sitting here. And by the way, I'm seeing these questions from guys. First of all, if you have questions like this, let's see if he's on this webinar. I think it's Ron or Michael Stowich, the brothers. Right, this room is to put in your trades. If you're going to ask questions, which is fine, you put them in newbie questions, or just put them in the regular room, right? So the question is about resting liquidity. It's very simple once you know what you're looking at. Guess I've not phrased my question properly. As the market gets closer to larger resting bids and offers, as you're shown on the heat map, will the heat map turn more red or orange? The heat map turns red or orange based on, it's just based on the volume, the order book. That's all it is. So you're just looking at this in a different way. So this is all this, there's an algo, Bookmap has an algo that can judge the size of these orders and puts it on the heat map. That's all it is. So when you see a dark orange or red, that just means there's more orders in this area than other places. Like if it's black, there's really nothing there. You know, it's like here, it's a 36 lot and an 80 lot or 36 lot, it's black, right? So this just helps you judge. The longer it's in here, the more likely, first of all, these guys want to get filled. It's not the opposite. Traders that don't know what they're looking at say, wow, look at all those offers up there. I want to be short. It's the exact opposite, right? Especially the longer it's been in here, they want to get filled because if something comes out bullish, you know, say if Fed dude starts chirping, this thing can rip right through there. Well, what does that tell you? If they're just letting it sit in there, they're willing to get filled, right? So these are magnets for orders. So this is actually bullish where the market is very, 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 very likely going to tag the liquidity at some point. Doesn't mean it's going to happen right now. When it gets this close, it's probably going to tag it very soon. But this is what when we trade, when I say I put on a lick trade, this is what I'm going for because I know the markets gravitate towards this liquidity. Like I said, it doesn't always happen right away. So that's why I don't like not take trades if I see liquidity. So in this instance, I would still put on shorts, even though I know this has a very good chance to get up here today. Today, it doesn't mean right now, right? So some traders say there's too much up here, I'm not taking shorts. That's fine. If that's your rules and you follow them every time, perfectly fine with it. So hopefully that makes sense if you're on here, but please put this stuff in the right room. You guys should be posting your trades in the besides noon runner. We went over this yesterday, went on a little rant on that. All right, we got that. All right, so I did not take an Izzy off this. If it comes back, retest firms, I'll take it. And what you definitely want to watch out for now, this is getting interesting. You know how much I hate shorting these markets. Not balance. Tried to break out yesterday. Really important area. If that gets through there, that's a failed balance breakout. Best trades in trading. Anything below here, I will take that trade, and any shorts I get below this high volume node or this balance area, I will take double size shorts, just like we took that the other day. So let's see what happens here. I always say, so it's an area, right? This is not like an exact price where I say if it breaks that exact price, it's an area. You know, I'll give you a price to keep an eye on. That's just the high volume node, HVN they call it, of a balance. That's just where the market traded the most in a balance, meaning the most traders are loaded up there, right? So if it breaks that area, guys are in trouble. In this case, longs. They need to get the hell out of the trade. So that's what we're approaching right about now. Let's see what else we got here. See, this is telling you something. So we're always trying to come up with, I'm always trying to come up with a thesis, right? It's just a guess of what's happening. I use the real-time events to confirm them. If they're in line, my guess with real-time events, I trade bigger size. This is telling you something that I tried to get out of here, got immediately back in. When markets get in market profile composites, the expectation is the other side. So this should make it to the other side, thesis-wise. It's if that scenario is if this for some reason holds, moves back out, then that's telling you something too. But right now, you can see this is the point of control right here too of this current market profile composite, and the balance areas are just market profile composites looked at in a different way. So the point of control is the high volume node of this balance. So if that breaks, watch out. I'm playing, I think that would happen too. So we'll see. I think it's a guess, no idea. I trade what I see. So I trade volume events as they come in. There's only been one and it was pre-market. So I didn't do anything with this per my rules. Excuse me. You're welcome, Live Oak. Just, you know. So like this, for instance, right? Like this is gold. Huge resting liquidity in here. And again, you look at the order book, you're like, oh, big deal. It's a 92 lot. Yeah, but you know, comparatively, it's a lot, right? When you're, and that's all it's doing. It's an algo that showed you, and it's unbelievable how often these markets will make it up to this stuff. So if I got a bullish event here, I could take a lick, and that would be my trade. But overall, there's another way you can come up with a thesis. So far, we looked at balance areas and market profiles, and we come up with thesis on the lugs. You can also bring up a market and say, okay, today, where's all the resting liquidity? Okay, yeah, gold, all the resting liquidity is above. I have a bullish, that's a bullish thesis for the liquidity. Then you look at the charts. Oh yeah, this looks pretty bullish too. If this breaks out of this balance area, that's bullish. And then you look at your market profile. Oh yeah, if that breaks out of this current, you can see what this bounced off of, by the way. So say this holds and comes back, say this breaks out of there, you're like, oh yeah, that's better. So you can see when you get a bunch of stuff lined up as far as your thesis, then you can trade bigger size in that direction and go for the throat. They're called A+ trades, right? Not the A+ reversion, A+ trades. I told you when I was studying with SMB, when I was going to trade stocks, when I got back in the business in 2017, they literally make their traders trade bigger on A+. If they don't trade bigger on their A+ setups, they get grounded from their trading for like a day. They got to go on the simulator, right? So it's just because a lot of trades, most trades are just, you know, random whipsaw nonsense, right? So when you get stuff that lines up in the way you think it's going to break, and then you get the real-time volume events in that direction, you got to go for the throw. It doesn't mean like you're risking your 50% of your account. I'm talking a couple. You still, You know, if you're trading a regular account or your real money, your regular money that you're living on, you should not be risking more than 2% on a trade. If you get an A+, then risk 4%, but you should not risk more than 6% in a day. So if you're going to take an A+ trade and it loses, you basically got one bullet left with 2% trade, and then you need to shut yourself off for the day. You should not be losing more than 5 or 6% of your trading account in a day. The Apex accounts are a little different, right? I mean, it's still real money if you got the PAs, but if you blow them out, it's not the end of the world. It's not that you can't feed your family, right? If you're trading your own money, you have to feed your family. I would not be trading more than 2% and or losing more than 6% in a day of your balances. Take it from me, you're gonna hit it's a 100% guarantee that it's gonna happen, and you're gonna get to the 6%, and you're gonna go on tilt, as they call it, and then you're gonna say, what the hell now? I'll just risk another 6%, and then you'll be down 12%, and then you'll get really mad, and you'll say, screw it, now I've already lost 15% of my account, and then that's how you blow out accounts. Trust me, I've done it 2 different times. As you guys have heard the story, I've lost $800,000 twice within 1 month, and literally in 5 minutes back in the day. So that was my stop limit for that day. It was supposed to be 100 grand. I was supposed to stop myself, and my trading firm was supposed to stop me. Neither one of them happened, and both times I lost $800,000. So I don't know about you, but I can use an extra $101.4 million in my bank account right now if I just would have followed my rules. There's always another day. There's always another trade. There's always another day. All right, don't get me talking about bad stuff. All right, new event here in natural gas. I'm trailing my stop to it. Short. I'm gonna get out of these if that pops up there. It'll basically be a scratch. I'll make whopping 2 ticks on the trade, but this is how I trade it. New event. That was Izzy and pick. All right, that's working. So I was short off of this guy. I was all ready to go long, double size. Turned out to be a bearish event. It was the Izzy zone and the pick. Got short. Trailing it down or following it down, new event. I trail my stop to that new event. So it comes back there, I stop out. Change it. So this is how I trail my stops. I don't trail my stops to break even because I don't want to give back profit. I trail my stops based if something happened in the market. There you go. Stopped out. I made 40 bucks on it. Okay, that's fine. Now this is a bullish event. I may trade this double size depending on what's going on here. I may have missed a trade here. Alongside, yes, that is an Izzy. I should be long Izzy, and I'm trading this double size. This just came back to this balance, to this zone. I should be long right now, Izzy. I'm trading a double size. Maybe other stuff here too. That's in. And I want to trade this account as well. We got something more in.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, so the stop for that is 22.40. Let's see if we got anything else here. Then I'll get over to ES. That's a pick as well, it looks like. 22.55 is the bottom of that. Yeah, close enough, right? I'll take a pick too. And these are, you know, this market moved back in here, did exactly what it should have as far as what usually happens. Got back in, moved to the other side. Here's your volume event. I'll take that. Double size as well. I'm not going to get in here. If it comes back to that entry, it's 22.70, then I'll get in that too. I'll trade that double size too. So this market looks like it's going to rip off the page. So I'm taking it. This is an A+ thesis, in my opinion. So we'll see. With a volume event that's bullish, that's my key. You can see here this. I filled on the pick trade as well. Double size. Put these stops in real quick. Any questions, put them in. All right. Some more sell ICS here. Pretty important area. We just talked about it. Very important area. So if this breaks right now, I'm taking a failed balance breakout. And you got sell ice coming in too, which is very strange. As the market moves lower, sell ice is coming in. It's been coming in for the last day and a half, but I will take failed balance breakout of that event, of this event. I'm going to just combine these and I'm going to trade it aggressively, meaning first move out, and I'm trading at double size. So I would make that. Here's my entry, 64.50. This will be failed balance breakout, probably the best trade on the planet. And I'm going to trade double size. I could put on 4 based on my risk and the volatility right now. I'm going to put on 8 micro. 64.50. This on. All right, those are working. Then what else is happening here? Algo guys crossing, already crossed. Back up here. There's no heavy relative volume, so no algo, no HAL. That's that trade when you get a algo guy cross and then the event that comes in. If there's heavy relative volume coming in, then you can trade that aggressively too. There's not heavy relative volume yet right now. It's just pretty much normal. So that trade is off the table, but I can, if this turns bullish or bearish, I could take, it's almost there. I could take BARCs and licks short. Let's see if there's liquidity down here. Oh, let's see a ton of liquidity down here. That's a little scary. It's still up here. So again, guys, I mean, the odds of this coming back here are very good. I don't skip shorts just because there's liquidity up here. I just don't do it. So.
Stop filled.
All right, filled. Failed balance breakout. Stops at 87.75. And then we have a trade for the return to the zone. So if you got short there and it starts to roll back against you, you expect it. We have a trade for it, right? Like that. There we go. So it's like, oh, I don't know. Oh my God, this is what I expect. This is what this is. These are algos screwing with you. That's why I force it to come all the way back, the ATR, to get through the volume event, to push another ATR plus 10% out of the zone. And then I say, uncle, I'm wrong, on to the next trade. Until then, I'll sit through this for 7 hours if I have to. And a lot of times you do. All right, here's a retest of that crude setup. You know, I'm not thrilled about going long here. We just got done talking about this thing, but algo guy's bullish. And it's a red rum, so I can take BARCs, licks, see the liquidity up there, and red rum, volume event in the red ribbon. So if this comes back up, I'm going to go long. I'm not just normal size. I'm not bullish here at all, as far as my opinion. 66.97, I could put on 11 micro. New event in yes, 11 entry for that. It's 97. There might be something else here too. I'll look. This might be an Izzy. Definitely red rum, BARC and lick, and crude. All right, those are working. Let's see what else we got. I mean, this is just sitting in this Izzy zone, so this is not, I mean, it did move out a little bit. I'm not gonna take an Izzy. This is a pretty, you know, sketchy area anyway for longs, but the rest of them are. The strategies are viable. I gotta put them on. I don't sit there and skip trades because I feel like something's gonna happen. I have my rules. I have my strategies. I know there's an edge. I take the trades. All right, those are working. Bark, lick, red rum, longs, and crude. Natural gas is just being natural gas. That'll probably be the torture fest. And we got another event here in ES. So now what I can do is cut my risk down. Not based on because I just want to break even if it comes back. Shorted there. To the tick, by the way, as usual, 10 times a day. The stop was here. Now I move it here because of that event. And actually, could I take barks and licks here? Did this retest? Yep. Oh, wow. You guys ever see this pattern before where the market moves in ATR and comes back to the zone? So I could go short bark and lick here too. And then I can actually add if that happens. So I'm going to do this. I mean, well, actually, there's no lick down here. That's the problem, which is a little scary. You got this. That's like, it's 15 points away. All right, so if that comes back, I'm going to put on barks and licks off of this original event. 63.75. Well, I said I'm trading double size, so I'm trading double size. It's scary that the liquidity is above us, but it doesn't mean it's going there now. Bark, lick, double size. Then what I can do, if this moves lower, I can add to those trades off of that guy. All right, just follow the tick again. All right, so all my stops are now going to be at 81.75 versus 87.75. So I already saved myself 6 points of risk if this thing rips back on me. This definitely feels like a trap, but I have my rules and I put my trades on. Some of your best trades are the worst feeling trades, right? Breaking. All right, those are all working. I gotta get it in this account too. All right, see what happens. There was something in YM as well. I haven't had a chance to get over there. Let's take a look at Hero. We didn't get a chance to read Spot Gamma yet either. Hero is nosediving. That's good for us. Well, it's starting to bounce here, but the big, more important one, see, this is going to be probably a chop fest. Max 7 Hero is just sitting near the highs. So unless this thing starts to break, you're likely going to get tortured. ADD is at minus 1,000. That's pretty much nothing. Keep an eye on tick. You can see it's struggling to get above 0. That's bearish. This is NASDAQ tick, same thing. So could always turn around, but right now things struggling to get above 0. I don't base my trades off that, but I look at it to see what's going on. There is a trade, TikTok, you can put on if we get an extreme tick. All right, this starts motoring down. Some of the areas I'll look to get out of some of these because I pay myself as the market makes money available to me. In the trading in the zone document, definitely the bottom of this guy, 56.50-ish. Yeah. So I usually get out of half my trade at the yellow lug, but I just got in here. So it's like, I just got to bite the bullet if this bounces off the yellow lug. I'll definitely get out of some if it can't get through this 56.50 area. If we move a little lower here. But this is bouncing right off the lug. If I were long from way up here, I would be getting out of half of my trade at the yellow lug. That's the way I do it. And that's extreme standard deviation of VWAP too. So this MAG 7 is kind of sitting here. So this is very likely going to bounce. I'm not saying it's going to come and stop me out, but I'm very likely going to get tortured here. Guys, if you know all this, then you're not panicking every time the thing does one of these, right? You got that. You got extreme standard deviation of VWAP. And the MAG 7 Hero is just sitting near its highs. So trades are on. You just let it work. Whatever happens, happens. On to the next trade. Yes, it's at the yellow lug. So, you know, guys, if you don't want to trade, if you want to make that rule that you don't take trades in the yellow lug, just like we have most of the time, we don't take trades in the major lugs. I don't think the yellow lugs obviously is powerful. It's just like the median, the VWAP of lugs. All right, remember I had trades working here. They are canceled. I never got filled. This disqualified this event. Those are canceled, which is fine because I didn't want to be long anyway, but I was following my rules. All right, now it's time for CL to go to 0. Algo guy cross. Relative volume is not 200%, so Hal's off the table. Let's see what else we got here. All right, I'm not expecting much from the S right now until this thing can turn over a little bit. We'll read spec cam here in a second. Lost my chart as usual. It's like it's on the main screen and then it just, you can't find it. It's just unbelievable. Thinkorswim is the biggest piece of shit in the history of the world. Sorry. All right, so this held where we were talking about. There wasn't an actual trade here. It's not a trading strategy yet. You get these so many times, the market will come back to midpoint and then resume. These are buy stops here. I mean, sell stops. You know, this is, I could take an easy long here. It's basically been sitting in the zone, but so you know, if I'm taking, especially with my opinion of the market, I'll take an easy long, but I need to see ATR retest confirmed. So CL is not an A+ now. No, because this got above all this, came back. It will not, if the preceding event gets an ATR out of the zone, it will not take the trade coming back into it on the algo. So no, I would not take it. Again, guys, the whole idea of the A+ trade, we already know the reverse. I mean, you can still take the reversions. They work on their own. But the A+ is because traders are caught in this area. You know, when the market moves away, you're just assuming they're getting out. They're not so much caught. They're like, okay, I'm out, right? That's the whole point of this. So if you see it pushing ATR out, I would not be playing it when it comes back to that area. They've already relinquished. See what I'm saying? You get me? Let's see what else we got here. Does that make sense? Dune Runner? Nothing, market profile composite. This was just yesterday's trade. I do this to, you know, you want to watch when if this market gets back to these areas, because yesterday it bounced off that guy and then bounced off that guy, ended up outside of it. If this goes back in and gets inside, I'm telling you something. All right, so now we watch paint dry. Time to read spot candle. Oh, I want to look at the, I gotta start watching this better, even though I don't really know what I'm looking at. We're doing a webinar with these guys soon on this. So this is delta pressure. This is all red, meaning it's like this feedback loop he talks about. Again, I'm not the options dude, we'll read what he's saying, but it's all in the red. Like usually if this is a sport level in options, this delta, you'd see blue. That's not there. Same here. So this is like towards the end of the day stuff. He says that the market, I had a brief video with him. I'm going to ask him if I could share that meeting, but we'll see. I just did a quick rundown with him. I still don't know what I'm looking at, but I do know red is not bullish. You do want to watch this strike down here. That's where where dealers have to hedge themselves long. Not too far away. That's looking bearish as far as I can tell. Stability is pretty low too. So if this gets lower, that means the market's going to be more whipside. It's just based on this option stuff. All right, CL's just whipping around. We got the number today too, so you may not even be in a half hour. And you can see this is what these algos do. They know the big money's very likely not playing right now. And this is one house. I say it all the time. You can see it because they'll turn off his orders and everything disappears and then he puts them back in. That's telling me it's one house, not rocket science, right? Point is, on days and numbers, this is what he does because he knows no one's going to run him over because the big money won't come in until the number comes out. So I'm just going to pass on that. I'm not going to take any trades in that right now. I do it every week, and every week I bitch about it because I get whipsawed to death. All right, here we are in the ES. This makes me so much more comfortable looking at this thing. This is the area I said to get out of some, correct? By the time I get over here, it's probably bouncing. I just rip right through there. That's telling you something too. It's really telling you something. That is baby lug. I'm just gonna. I got my big account here too. I got one of these here.
Order filled.
So I got double size on, right? So this is baby lug. I don't usually get a baby lug by itself, but I'll get out of two here because I said I get out at the bottom of the market profile composite anyway. Oh my God! I literally put my this thing has ripped up 7 points since I tried to get out of the trade. Not getting out of all of it. I'm just getting out of partial. All right. I got out of a couple. That's what I was expecting, right? So I don't usually get out of baby lug by itself, but this is one standard deviation, 1.5, 2 standard deviations of VWAP at baby lug. And it's trying to get back in. Remember, I already said I was going to get out of some there, so I'm fine with it. This is going to tell you something if it can't stay out of here and gets back in. But right now, I got out of a couple in case it does rip back up. And now you have another event. So worst case scenario is now I can trail my stop to this event. Yes, I'm doing that right now. Dinner, thank you. So short off of that, stop was here. This came in. Move my stop. I'm sorry, stop was here. This came in. Let's do this again. That was short. Failed balance breakout and BARC and lick. Stop was there. This came in. Trail my stop to that. This came in. Trail my stop to that. I'm not stopping out in the middle of the zone. Now you got to make a decision. You either stop out smack dab in the middle of this. Even if you move it out, then you're smack dab in the middle of that. So I am going to move it to 79. That is 9 points higher than I should be stopping out. This is where the subjectiveness comes in. You have to determine on your own if you're willing to let that come back another 9 points. So some ways you can determine that is with the basic thesis stuff. So one, there is still liquidity up here, even though it lightened up considerably. Two, I just got done saying if this market gets back in this market profile composite, that's telling you something. It's probably going to rip, right? So I can't mentally accept when I stop out in the middle of zones. So I'm going to do it. But if you just stopped out there, I would not give you a verbal lashing because then it's probably going to rip off the page. But I'm willing to risk the 79. At least I'm saving myself a little here. This will do I got this on the live account or the PA account too. I'll stop out of the PA account at 70.50. So at least I'm not completely mad if it rips all the way back. And then the rest I'm putting at 79. What did I say? 70. Yeah, 79. It might not even matter. It might just go to 0, which would be even better. But I like 0. BARC LICK FBB I have on short. This is music in my ears. Keeping well, that's Russell and YM, the wrong animals. I think I missed something in Russell too. I gotta go over there and look at it so I can bitch about something. What am I doing here? All right, those are all working. Natural gas is starting to move a little bit, barely, but what you want to watch is I'm going to get out of some here. I'm actually going to put them in because I know I'm going to miss it. If it gets up to this prior event, I'm getting out of a couple. If you're watching it, you can see if it can blow right through, but very likely it's going to bounce off in there. Why? Because there's trapped traders. So this would be an A+ reversion, right? It's never got an ATR above. Here's a new event. Gold's getting crushed. So gold's getting interesting too. That thing should have ripped off the page. We always talk about if something that should have happened didn't, you expect multiples the other way. There's a stop. This is a failed balance breakout. We just took this in ES as well. That is a dip to breakout. That is through the high volume node. Here's your volume event. I'm taking that. I'm not going to take double size. I'm just going to take the regular size. I'm not completely bearish. If this balance area breaks, I'm taking double size shorts. But right now, this is an FBB gold. Here's your stop run. This turns into a stop and hold. Algo guys crossing as well. Actually, it's been bearish, not crossing. It's been bearish. Never got above. So if this turns bearish, I'm going to short FBB 25, 24.3. I could put on 5. $25, 24.3. That's working. See that there's other shorts I could put on. All right, into the, that'll be through the blue lug, but so if this, I'm going to take this aggressively if it moves out because of the situation with the, so you got to pick two. Picks are subjective as well, whether you want to take them, get the volume event at the edges and it moves out, take them aggressively or wait for that. I'm going to take this one aggressively. Take that bet. So this is a bullish event. Those are off the table. It's the beauty of these, right? I don't have to sit there and wonder, oh, should I short? Where should I short? Should I get, where's my stop? It's a bullish event. This is actually a pick long if you want to take it. It's a little scary. Based on what I just talked about, I'm going to wait for the retest of that. And then I'll take a pick long. This is putting in another buying tail here. This should have died. Again, if it doesn't die, then it's going to rip off the page again, like I've been saying. So we'll see. That is a potential pick, and my shorts are canceled that I had working. I just had one FBB that's canceled. Just sit and wait, and we're waiting for 0 in ES. Oh, so that's a slug too, right? Close enough. You could take a slug here. So if that comes back, I'll take it. Thank you, man. Shows about time. Needed that. So you merge the 0 with that. That's very good. All right, I'm going to take the slug here. It wasn't quite at the lug, but it was pretty damn close. 2535.1. So now I'm just about to go short. This event's bullish. I go long. Guys, it takes all of the guesswork. Could you imagine if you're a trader that just is staring at a bar chart right now? You're like, what the hell is going on? You're turned around backwards. Wait a second. I want to get out of some of these, so it's right through it. That's a good thing. All right, if this starts to fail, so this is why you want tick strike too. So I can use this. This is going ape shit, as my grandpa used to say. Right through that. That one that's telling you something. See that? So I can hold them. If it starts to fail back down, I'll get out of one. Keep that there. And look where that's headed. Hey, I wonder if that's going to get up to this liquidity. So this is another area that I'll get out of some if it fails to get through resting liquidity. It's on the live as well. Get out of one because I know I'm going to forget. I'm going to cry.
Order filled.
All right, I'm going to get out of one. I got 3 on. Or no, I have 4 on. I'm going to get out of one here. All right, so this is these are these trades I currently have on. G's, got out of 1. I had 4 on. I traded double size because of my thesis. Here's your ES. I got out of 2. Still have those on. And then these were the scratches overnight that I didn't get out the red luck like a moron. That's about it. And this was I put on the wrong way trade there, thanks to, actually 3 of these were wrong way because I already touched the ATR. Dune Runner saved me some. Actually, Dune Runner, I think you're in the doghouse. I think you costed me. Yeah, you did. Now you're in the doghouse. So if you don't open your mouth, if you don't open your text, I'm in this short. So now you're in the doghouse. Nice work. He's actually not because he did the right thing. I'm fine with it, guys. That's my rules. If it touches I just didn't see it touch the ATR. All right, let's see the fat finger swipe to 0 here. I want to take a pick here long as well. Gold. Yeah, so now here we go. Someone started to talk to try to save it. Surprise, surprise. Should be a Fed dude out here any minute. Crude numbers in 20 minutes. Oh, I'm just trying to see what I'm doing here. What did I say I was going to do with this? So I'm taking this slug. I'm supposed to put a pick on here too. 2534.9. I could put on 5. Yeah, slug, pick working. Gold. Volume event. Granted, this has been bouncing around here, so these are not the best picks, but I'll take it. Volume event, close enough. It was within 7 ticks. The bottom of the zone was within 7 ticks of the lug. I'll take it. And you got baby lug right here. As far as ES, watching this. Top of this guy, this is a prior market profile composite, but it still looks like it's viable. You can see it's closed there. So I will get out of some here if it can't punch through, right around 38 quarter-ish. Did you take the A+ reversion here, Madam Shizzle? I told you this was an A+. Just kidding. It was not. I got the ATR above there. Just thought I'd razz you a little bit. Another event here. I did say, no, I'm just kidding. Another event. I'm not touching this thing until the number comes out. You want to play with that one firm that just can run the market back and forth 100 ticks at a time, then you're more than welcome. I will pass. All right, so this is a bearish event. So there's a couple things you can still do here. You can still go short that guy, say this comes all the way back, which would not surprise me, as long as it doesn't touch the ATR to make this a bullish event. You can still go BARCs and licks short that. And if this just continues to crater, you can go BARC and lick short that. I got out of a couple. There's really nothing else for me to get out here, right? Just sitting here does not make me want to get out. It's got to be at one of my important areas. What are those important areas? I don't know if I've mentioned this document. Right there. Ludwig level. I got out of baby lug, extreme standard deviation of VWAP. 2 of them earlier. Market profile composite highs as well as points of controls. Spot gamma levels. Struggle to get, which is, we still need to read spot gamma. Struggle to get through resting liquidity. So this is like this example here in NG. If it can't get through here, I should be getting out of more. This is resting liquidity. It's been in here all morning. If it can't punch through here, I should get out of another one. I'm watching that market profile composite. It's almost there. It's there right now. So hopefully it goes right through it. This is where you want to use this stuff, guys. Nice. What this? This has got to be some kind of news. What's going on here? This is usually against me. This is pleasant. So if this starts to pop back out of here, I'm getting out of another, what do I got on here? I got 6 out, I'm gonna get out of 3 more. Right there. I'm gonna give it a second. Is there news out? I love the red. How good was that to help you stay in the trade? That thing's gonna be awesome. Mag 7 just turned around and nosedive. That's helping this. Which you want to be on a lookout for too, because this has been quite a move. If you get a tick extreme here with an event, I would jump in a TikTok. There was one yesterday. There was no event, but tick extreme signaled the end of the move. We talked about it on the PM webinar. I'm watching this very closely. Come on. How about with just one swipe to the blue lug? That would be cool too. I would be out of all of them at the blue lug. Guys, this is the best trade in trading. The failed balance breakout. It does not get any better than that. 0. And it helps you with it helps me with my thesis. This is why I trade everything else double size. Right? Why am I not? All right, so guys, this is why I use this tick strike too. It gets really annoying when it's going against you. It's going for you. It's glorious, but it's like, you know, you want to, well, first of all, if this is the point of control of this, I can get out of a couple more. Let's see, that's one of my areas. But if this thing is going ape shit, you don't have to get out of any. Why do you want to buy if no one else is buying? So it's glorious. Right here. 27.75. That's right here. So if this starts to bounce, I'm going to get out of, this is one of my areas. It's not because I just want to get out. It's been a great trade. Getting out of 2 more. Still have 4 on. So guys, when you get moves like this as well, there's a lot of traders underwater here, right? So we know the propensity for these things to bounce back, but when you get these quick moves like this, that's when you get the follow through, because there's so many traders that are sitting there holding their breath right now. If it moves a little lower, you're going to get pukes. So meaning if you're not in that important of an area, you can be like, you know what, I'm going to take my chance here and see if this can keep going. These guys are screwed. How would you feel if you just got run over? Natural gas, ice, sell ice. I'm trailing my stop to this. This has been a nice trade too. What do I keep getting filled up? What is that? Oh, gold. Oh, I got filled on gold. Okay. Why do I only have on a slug? Why is my, why did I just got pick on? I don't know why slug didn't fill. Hold on here. 26. It's supposed to have been in there. All right, long. So I'm trailing my stop to this event. I can get out of one here too, because I still got multiple on. This is struggling to get through this resting liquidity, or you can just trail to the stop. I mean, to this sell ice. 22.82 is now the stop. I think natural gas is literally going to the moon. It already started. We already talked about this so many times, right? Right in time for winter. I got one more here.
Order filled.
Some of these, so I still got 5 on. I'm gonna get out of 2. Wait, why do I have 5 on? Did I put on 8? I think I put on too many. What is the other one here? Natural gas. Oh, I forgot I had another. I just never got out of some there. What did I do there? That's weird. I can't believe I'm making mistakes in the heat of the moment. That never happens to me. All right. Failure stop, 2283 now. Oh. So the problem when you're trading this many markets, you get lost. I can't remember what I was doing. What's the other one? 41 and 129. All right, those are all working. That comes back. It's already coming back. I got out of some because that resting liquidity. It's failing to get through this resting liquidity. That's one of the areas I get out. Put this in just in case it swipes down on me. Sorry guys, I got a lot going on here. Talk about a nice trade. Very unheard of in ES. It's usually the hours long torture. We'll take it. Follow the rules. I got some of this point of control. I'll be watching the bottom in this, which is probably going to be confluent with blue lug. I'll be out. Bottom of this guy is right at the blue lug. I'll be out of all of them if I can make it down. So, real Val, thank you. So guys, this is for example, like this did not feel good. When we were up here and I saw all this liquidity sitting here, I'm like that, because 98% of the time they get filled. Didn't stop me from putting on my shorts, right? So what'll probably happen now is they'll do one more rip down. That was a tick extreme, by the way. And then it'll probably come up there by the end of the day. No idea, but that's why I don't pass on shorts if I see liquidity. It's important, but it's not important enough because it doesn't mean it's tagging it right then. I say it a million times. I think I just turned a tick extreme. Let's see. One of these, no, quite. So if I get a tick extreme with an event, I'm going to turn around and take a tick-tock long. X7 is starting to bounce a little bit. That's not bullish. So now, like, the red went away. I don't even know what that means. We'll get them on here. This is delta pressure. So this could just start whipping around now. I'm telling you, once we understand this thing is incredible. I can already tell. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at. So, and if Shizzle's supposed to be our in-house options expert, maybe she can tell us what that is, even though she doesn't have access to it yet. What would be nice is an event that I could trail my stop to instead of letting this come all the way back on me. But that's just how I trade. If it comes back, it comes back. I got out of some areas as it moved down. If it bounces here, it bounces. The other thing I should be looking at is volume, pressure, and balance. It's real-time information. You see the sellers getting aggressive down here and it's not, well, there you go. Now out of nowhere, this is telling you something. See that? It's the most buying in the last hour. And here it moved away. Here's your retest. This is the pattern. Go to the strategy vids channel. This is it right here. First of all, to see this kind of buying on this down move is telling you, might be telling you something. There's a move away. Here's your retest. Makes another high. You can get out of some more, which I will. I got 4 on, I'll get out of 2 more, and then I'll let the 2 ride and see if we can get to the blue lug. But if this comes back and makes a new high off of that volume pressure imbalance, say 37.50-ish, say 37.75, new high. So I'm using stuff that's happening right now to base my decisions. Remember in 5. All right. So still have natural gas longs, nice trade, trailed my stop, got out of some. I'm long gold, slug, and pick. Still think that's gonna rip off the page, just taking its sweet old time, and I'm still short a guess. This is what I got on. Nice trades. The ES trade felt terrible. I like the natural gas trade. That's about it, but the ES didn't feel good. I mean, it felt fine with failed bounce breakout. I just didn't like all the liquidity, but it still worked. Just give me one more swipe to blue lug, please. You can do it. All right, so in the meantime, this is a new event in natural gas. You want to take, let's see what you got. It's no Izzy, it's through the Izzy zone. If this stays bullish, I can put on BARC some licks. Oh, guys, bullish. You see that's liquidity up here. Got that guy, you got that guy, that's good enough too. They kind of just came in, but it's, I mean, this is the main one I'd be watching. It's not that big of a, it's only about 16 ticks away, but let's see what else we got. This is potentially a pick short. If this fails, you can put on a pick short. Still have this in here. You can see it was still relevant. I mean, it was this newest one too that it was failing out of. Right, got in this guy, right through it. Got in this guy, right through it. This gets in this one. This is already in this one. This could be that kind of day. That's what it looks like on the chart anyway, on the bar chart stuff. But if this fails, this is my area. These are the best picks. And Izzy's, when you get straight long, this went right through this guy. So I'll stop out of my, and I'm bullish. But this, if this turns into a bearish event, I'm letting the real-time stuff tell me what's going on. This should not, if this market's so bullish, this should not turn into a bearish event. So I'll be out of my shorts. I'm going to take pick, I'm sorry, out of my longs, and I'm going to take pick short. It comes back. Questions, put them in. I'm going to just trade normal size because I'm not anywhere near bearish, but dictate what I do. No questions. Everyone's in these ES shorts, right? Everyone took the shorts, didn't do anything stupid. Should I make you send all screenshots to me of your trades and your P&Ls? Or how many were afraid to put the trades on? Y'all get Fs. And on top of it, you were getting sell ice. So it was like the big money was selling too. That doesn't always mean it's going down, but I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt it. Got news in 1 minute. Oh yeah, crude. So this is really important for crude. What happens here in this number? Like this could be adios. I mean, it's already below all this. This could get really, really ugly, really, really fast for crude. I'd love a snap up to one of these. I would take double size shorts, especially where this market broke down from yesterday. See, this is an example of liquidity pulling when they just put it back in. You see how it's all black? There's no orders in the order book. And now once it settles down, this jackass, the one guy in here, will put them all back in. Here's another example. You see this? This guy wants their fill. They didn't care. They kept it into the number. What does that tell you? They want to get filled, right? This thing could have ripped right through there. That's why it's a magnet, because they want their fills with the big money. Tick extreme. All right, this is right at blue lug. I'm out. I can get over here in time. Pretty damn close. They're still hitting this stuff, so give it a second. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is the trade of the day today.
Order filling.
Make sure. All right, that NG came back, so I got out of my longs. Now I'm short. I still think NG's gonna rip off the page, but it's not ready. Another tick extreme. So guys, you're at blue lug with tick extremes firing off and the bottom of this market profile composite. Very likely. Damn it, I need to get out of these trades. All right, I'm out. I missed some of that because I'm funneling through 5 different accounts, different markets. So doesn't mean it can't keep going. This is, the odds of this bouncing are very, very good. Don't know what's going to happen. You got market profile composite, straight move through there. You got blue lug. You got a tick extreme. But this is a perfect example of how quickly that happened. Like you could have, it didn't even look, this looked like it was going to do its usual, right? But if you understand the common sense and say, wow, that was a quick move. There's some traders in deep doo-doo. All the traders that love to buy the dip thinking it's going to rip back, right? I mean, that was like in 2 seconds. That's why I thought it was some news. This moved like 20 points. What are these guys thinking? Hey, look at that. Look where, oh, it came back there. These guys that held their breath, let me out. Next wave down. It's the same principles we use with retests of volume events, but this was pretty quick. That was telling you this may get creamed, and it did. So I'm out. Great trade. Could blow right through this lug. Fine by me. We'll have pick trades. If it comes back, I could put on new shorts. There's another, say it does this, comes back, I'll put on a pick. There's always barks and licks. There's another setup right around the corner. I'm out. Great trade. Only thing I got on, I'm still long gold, and it's just being a gold, and I'm short natural gas. And it feels horrendous, but I follow my rules. Of course, filled to the tick, literally the exact tick. Stops at 23.14. So that's like 2 or 3 already today that have been filled to the exact tick. Yeah, it's 10 times a day to me. It's almost like our numbers are powerful or something. I'm afraid to put on a trade. Wait, Erica, what are you talking about? What does that mean? Why are you afraid to put on a trade? All right, good talk. All right, crude's about to go to zero. This could easily get to this zone today. Keep an eye on this zone. This is where all this launched for 5 years ago. This really dark red one. But I put on all these other ones, right? This is just stuff that happened in the past, especially these lighter color ones, or the blue or whatever. It is what it is. Like, if I don't get volume events in there, I'll still trade short. What you want to watch for here too is a little guy. You could play a failed balance break out of this little dude. Yesterday. You get through 65, 60-ish. Take an FBB there, and I take a double size. And you could, if you get an event, the event hasn't happened yet, you could take a breaking away. The relative volume is spiking, so the big money's unloading. Right there. This is a bigger picture one. I mean, it's already broken down out of there, but if you want to get greedy and put on another strategy, I wouldn't give you verbal lashing for that guy. You're going to have free great gas here today. You guys go stock up. All right, guys, I'm a little worn out. Watch crude. It's going to zero. Watch gold. Probably going to 3,000 today. Just kidding, but I'm still bullish that. Natural gas, I am short, but if I stop out of this, I will be putting on double size longs gladly. ES bouncing. I'm really mad I didn't get how good of a TikTok would that have been if you got a volume event, blue lug, market profile composite with a tick extreme. It just didn't happen. So it could make one more move down here. So this is what I'm talking about. I didn't need to see the exact tag of the blue lug. I don't need to squeeze out another 2 points. That's good enough for me. Market profile composite, tick extreme, out of the trade. Gorgeous. Easy. Trading's easy. There we go. Great trades. All I got on is gold and natural gas. All right, we're going to do the webinar early today. I'll get on at 1 o'clock Central. I'll post a reminder. I got to go rest my head right now. All right, I'll see you guys at 1 o'clock. Thanks.